Good morning and good night. Thanks again for downloading the Body Snatchers podcast. If you like what you hear today, don't forget to subscribe and comment. So let's get started. Enjoy the show.
Good morning and good night. Welcome to the Body Snatchers podcast. Steve not here speaking, and today, along with my other counterparts, everyone's here. First, we got the engineer, producer, the host, Tino. What's up? How you doing?
Hey.
There you go.
Is that not what you expected?
No, Gia's not here, so we need someone a little soft over there. So I appreciate you doing your part.
She's going to be mad when she hears that.
She's always mad. But across from us, we have the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword personified. Jay, what it do?
I am feeling great. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Man, if you're on Twitter, Jay has been killing it lately with those posts. I can't do that. Those hashtags are perfectly apart.
Look, I'll be trying. I got it down to the science. I'll be up all night sweating, and then I'll be like, whew, can't wait to share this.
Stop playing. Take it. Make a YouTube video. Get rich. But all three of us are on here today, so I figured we'd do something special. You know, we review all stuff that we find entertaining, fun, new, trendy, just stuff that we enjoy, stuff that you have in your friends' chat. You know, you guys chat about what you're interested in. That's what we do on the show. So I thought we'd just get together and do the same thing and just push record. Now, a couple hours ago, I asked you guys if, there was any questions you wanted to ask us. Any little piece of conversation you want us to have with each other. And I cherry picked a few. This is only going to be a half an hour show because, that's what you guys like. Not too long, not too late. But I got one from my very own Ashley D because she likes chaos. She likes to watch things burn. So she asked, what is your least favorite video game you ever played and why? What game burned you so bad that it's just on your list of never being good? And I know Tino has a lot more than anybody I know, so he's going through the library of games he just doesn't like for no reason.
There's reasons.
Anything with guns, Tino's out.
That is true.
That's not true. They're great games. I just think the people that play them have, a low IQ. Next question.
What was the last first-person shooter that you enjoyed and played? Do you remember?
Probably Borderlands 3.
That's a good answer. That's a good answer because
it had a good story. It wasn't a bad game. I just don't like FPS. So I would get into the story and I would have to muscle through all this stuff that I hate to find out more, what's going to happen. And I was just like, I hate this. But whatever, I got through it.
Did it trigger your reward system finding a new purple gun?
No, they tried it. The purple loot box and the gold weapons and all that. Every once in a while, I'm like, yeah. But then what would happen is, depending on what level you were when you got it, even if it was rare, it would be geared towards your level. So something amazing would be terrible in 10 more levels. And I was like, well, this sucks. Can I go back and do it again? They're like, maybe. I'm like, maybe. Okay. So,
but Claptrap was one of the best side characters of all time in any video game, and I stand by that.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
I think Claptrap's iconic. I think that they didn't capitalize on him the way they could have. I think he could have been more iconic. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he could have been more, but I'd rather have them having me ask for more instead of being like, all right, that's enough. Pull back on the Claptrap. You know what I mean? Because it could have got really bad. I can see it.
Tell Nintendo that with Mario. He's everywhere.
He was never going to be Mario level, though. That was never going to be that.
Oh, Claptrap? No way. I don't think anyone's going to be Mario level.
Sonic had a chance. Not Crash, though. I don't know what they were thinking with Crash. Spyro, maybe.
Not Crash, but there's an opportunity out there to make Sonic just as big as Mario. Have some game, some RPG to where Sonic and Mario just go at it. Like a Civil War kind of thing that Iron Man and Captain America had.
They were at the Olympics.
You mean Smash Bros?
Not Smash Bros, but you got to have a story with it that makes Sonic, like Naruto and Sasuke, just head to head equals blue and red.
I'm really not trying to read the storyline for how the plumber gets in contact with the supersonic hedgehog that collects emeralds and turns into a god.
That's what was stuck in the toilet. It'd be like, ma'am, I figured it out.
You're being Tino-ish, but that's probably why it hasn't happened, because there's really no story. that can actually, make
there was
that work.
A team full of young G. Willikers Jays somewhere in the world trying their best with the pen to be like, I don't know how we make this a thing.
They were like, it's a me, Mario. You have a hedgehog in your toilet. That's the problem. And then they would be
why would he be in there? He eats chili dogs. And then plus, like Sonic, he has his little air bubbles. How long would he be in the toilet? Like, it's just a lot that I don't like.
You got to get that dead Sonic out of the toilet. That's the storyline. It's all crammed in there. We're just going to have to blend them out.
Well, then the movie's over before it ever began.
It would have to be Mario needs those emeralds for something. Bowser did something so OP that he needs those emeralds. But, I don't know how it would work, that they're in the same world or he has to go to another continent. It's all sixes and sevens.
The way my stomach turns just trying to entertain the idea of how ridiculous this is not like I don't even want to put thought into it.
He said, I can't.
So back to the question, what is your least favorite video game?
Are we talking like recent games? Because I feel like that's more fair. It's hard to say what your least
all
favorite
time, because
it's hard to say all time. I would say you got to have like a couple years cap on it because we've played everything under the sun.
Off the top of your head, then, because mine is definitely Watch Dogs. I'd never been more bamboozled, more disappointed on every turn in a video game than Watch Dogs. They straight up lied to me right up to the bell.
Okay. So now look, I agree with you. I agree with you so much that I feel like maybe Watch Dogs might be what made Ubisoft lose me. You know what I mean? Like at that point, I'm like, I'm kind of done because it's been kind of the same thing. So I have not played too many. Like, I'm done with Assassin's Creed. I'm over them. You know what I'm saying?
Because that was the only good thing they had, and I stand by that.
So I'm going to say Assassin's Creed Unity. So now we just bashing Ubisoft because I'm pretty sure it was Unity. It came out and it was a struggle bus. Like, it was just bad. Like,
I mean, the Far Cry's are good. That's Ubisoft, right?
Yeah. But I don't care enough to go buy the next one. You know what I mean? Like, it's
That's
cool.
True.
But it's just like, I loved, I don't even, love is a strong word. I played the fourth one heavily for a little bit. I liked the primal one where you were like caveman and stuff. That was cool. But 5 was a little hit or miss for me. You know what I mean? Like it was cool, but I feel like they could have did more. And I feel like they just kind of they're going to keep that same formula. And I get that it works, but enough is enough. You got to have some time to let it kind of sit and simmer. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
This is for Assassin's Creed?
Well, no, now this is Far Cry. Assassin's Creed, they had the same problem, but they switched the formula for Assassin's Creed, and I haven't even played it since they did the whole now we're RPG. I haven't even played any of those, so I hear good things, but it's like
it started off strong, and then I think they went too far left.
Yeah, well, because originally it was supposed to only be 3 games, and then they were just like, we're making money, milk it, and that cow, old Betty over there hurting, like. Her teeth are
it got gross. Rough. Yeah, I played the first 2 and super loved them, and then like wasn't very interested in 3. Was going to come back to it. By the time I was 4 came out, and I'm like, it just kept getting worse and worse. And I'm like, I'm good.
It was an annual release, right? You just kept getting one every year.
Yeah, and that's a slippery slope. Like that's why I don't.
Can we coin a term like they NBA 2K'd it?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we say that? Yeah, all right, yeah, because we all hate that. I mean, anybody who plays that like every year, like it's not even like a shot at sports fans. It's just like a bad game. They keep selling you the same shit.
Right, and now they're releasing them broke. So it's like you don't change that much, and the games are broke. You had all year. What were you doing? I'm
like, y'all could just set up like an updated roster for who got traded last year. They're like, nah, you buy a new game and you buy it now.
Like I definitely feel like that's something that they can do, and they can be a biannual. You know what I mean? But it's all about the money. It's all about them trying to get the software buys. So
I'm not mad at them so much as I am mad at the consumers for not like waking up. Because smart gamers, for instance, like took a stand for the loot box issue. They were like, "Look, I'm tired of getting bamboozled. Like no more." But the NBA people are that's low hanging fruit. They're like, "Look, man." They're not really gamers. I know it's going to piss off somebody. Not my problem. They show up to GameStop as if they're going to be sold out of a digital game every year, even during COVID. They're outside waiting. And it's just a terrible franchise. Call of Duty was stuck that way for a long time where they bounced between, who's that, Treyarch and Infinity Ward. But at least they finally started making some changes. You know, I think that people started to catch on. I can't say that the games are any better. I know Fortnite really messed them up a couple years ago when they were hitting the scene and blowing up left and right. That derailed Call of Duty.
Mm-hmm.
As far as games that we don't like, since we're on the subject of Ubisoft, I super hated Prince of Persia 3, I think it was, in 2005.
Is that the game where you can go back in time?
Yeah.
Like a quick, okay.
Yeah, it was awful. It was so I was on the bandwagon because it came out right around the time of Assassin's Creed, which was amazing. So I was like, oh, this is great. I got my PlayStation 3. I'm an adult working at a pizza place. I'm going to buy my own games. And the next game that I need right now has got to be Prince of Persia. Look at it. How could they go wrong? And it was just disappointment all the way through. You couldn't even die. Every time somebody killed you, this female partner came out of nowhere and did magic, and she's like, I'm saving you, and rewinding time. And I was like, I don't want to be saved. Let me die.
He's like, I got to learn from this.
I got to learn from this. Absolutely. Second game that comes around within, let's say, the last decade was probably For Honor, only because they marketed it as something that it wasn't. So they made a really strong fan base when it came out, but it was really, at least initially, rock, paper, scissors meets Call of Duty, but with swords. That was it.
So the combat, so one move beats another and the other move defends another, or
it made sense, but that's really all there was to the game. So, and you kind of see that in a game that wasn't PvP, but for instance, Ghost of Tsushima Online has a similar feel to it, but the combos feel a little bit more fluid. You don't feel like it's, all right, I hit triangle and you hit X. Let's see what happens. That's how that game came out. It's better now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to bash the game, but yeah, I remember buying it thinking that it was going to be something that it wasn't. And I mean, I would say probably by day 3, I think I sold it to somebody. I was just I'm not enjoying this. It's not what I thought. There's just no depth to this game, really. It's a hack and slash but Fisher Price. and also, to be clear, I wasn't that great at it either. I was yo, the people who were, I'm yo, y'all are gods here at rock, paper, scissors. I have a lot of respect for you.
Get out of my head.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so yeah, everyone answered. Far Cry was yours, right, Jay? The old ones, or no? Assassin's Creed, the new ones.
Right.
Okay.
Well, no, all of them. I hate everything. Next question.
I like it.
I'm mad you picked one specifically just to turn around and go, you know what? All you people look the same. That's what you did.
So this one is just from someone who calls herself Barbie. She wants to know, what is your go-to multiplayer game? We all like our single player games. We all like to grind, but when you want to go online and do some multiplayer, whether it's with your friends or, just any kind of PvP, versus to versus to beat someone up, what's your go-to game?
So for me, I love popping some heads in Gears of War.
I was going to say, I can probably guess yours.
Yeah, I was I can always go back and play Gears. Right now, I'm dabbling in the split gate, but it's Gears.
I seen that 10 kill streak whenever I gave you a shout out and it showed that clip. That was just, I don't know how that game works. I don't know what gun you had, but you just pop them in the head and then all of a sudden they're dead. But in Gears of War, you really do have those mechanics down pat. So it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, look, I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive.
There's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears there.
This is very interesting for Tino because I know this isn't his bag, so he really has to go in the vault. If you had a sword to your back, what would be that multiplayer? Now, mine right now would definitely be Destiny Gambit. That's when I shine. I can strategize how the other team's moving just by looking at the bar of how many motes they have, how many motes they haven't turned in, where we're at, and what we're facing. I can literally play better just by knowing that. So it feels really good. Although I did just dump Destiny again because it just didn't make the cut for me because we're all adults. So, and Halo's coming out. I knew that, it wasn't meant to be. So, but that would be my go-to. Gambit is just so much fun. The bounties are so much fun. Just getting another Guardian snatched up in Gambit is the place that I shine.
Oh, you wanted an answer for me? I don't have one. I mean, if we're talking PvP strictly in a team-based environment, I'm gonna have to say that I don't have any. There's a couple of games that I have that I do enjoy. PvE. Absolutely, but when it comes to like PvP games, and really this is mostly because the vast majority of them are FPS, which sometimes I can get in a very rare mood, but that's really not my bag. But two, like I super hate people, and it's not even just like dealing with people on the opposing teams. It's I don't like coordinating with people to get online and game. Like, and I think that's an exact reflection of like who I am as like a person, like in real life, because like I don't do very well with like sitting down and doing group things, like at all. They're like, yo, we're gonna have a little get together. And I'm like, well, I don't feel like drinking, and your wife's annoying. I'm pretending to like her, and I don't like you. You know, let's just not. Let's just not.
You ain't gotta tell us, Tino.
Yeah. So
right,
I mean,
right.
I would
right here.
I would rather tell the truth than, get online and have any other type of fabrication. It's facts.
Well, I like being lied to, but I that's why I picked this question, because like I generally don't know what Tino would pick.
I was surprised he didn't say like Yu-Gi-Oh or something. That's PvP.
But it might be, but like the question was PvP, but like in a team-based environment, and that's not Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah,
Okay,
like teamwork.
Like I played Final Fantasy.
You're your whole team. How about that?
That's not, you're not with somebody else. Like if it's you and somebody else versus two other individuals on an opposing team, it would make sense. But no, I don't. In fact, I don't even like getting on to play Pokemon. Like I think when we got Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, like maybe the two of you I played a couple rounds with, and to this day, that might be the last time I did a PvP anything. And that was like 3 years ago.
What about Final Fantasy 16? That was fun. I think that's the last time I played with you and Ania, but that's PvE, right?
They have a PvP section of that game. I'm one of the few people who got that game when it came out in beta. Mm-hmm. To this day, that's the one thing in that game I never did. I had zero interest.
He said, "I want no.
I have no trophies, nothing." They're like, "Oh man, it's crazy. You got to bring these talents over here." I was just like, I don't. I just don't. I will admit this though.
Mm-hmm.
I have recently been playing Roblox games for fun because they're like very like low tier, easy to jump in and play, and I've been having some fun designing them. There's a game on there. There's a game on there called One Blocks Man. It's a parody of One Punch Man, where you get in there and you basically grind as hard as you can to like do push-ups and sit-ups for like defense and offense, and you make your character super swole. So me having like 7 computers, I can grind 24/7. So in like 40 days, my character is like in the top 10 on the entire server. So I do enjoy getting on and slaughtering little kids like a young Anakin Skywalker. So I get on and like I quit. All right, some dude, he hit me with like the equivalent of like a Kamehameha wave. He's like, yo, why is this doing no damage? I was like, well, how much is your attack? He was like, I've been training every day for weeks. I'm at 300 million, which is like a chunk, right? No, not even. I think he said like 3 million. And I was like, that's cool. My defense is over 1 billion. And he was like, I don't understand. I was like, these numbers are too big for you, kid. You got to go.
He said, go touch some grass, mister.
He hit me and knocked himself out. Like those are the kind of games I like.
Look, my kids do play Roblox, and they only come get me with, the bangers. And they got this one to where you have 2 groups of people and you do a couple rounds, and you're either the shark or you're either the people on the boat with like snipers that have like, I think like it's a 20-second cooldown between each shot you can do. So you got to make it count. And then when you're the shark, you're literally eating apart this boat to get them in the water so that you can eat them. And if you breach, you can actually get on the boat and wiggle around and get them. For a Roblox game, if for somebody to make it, dude, it's so much fun.
Anybody can design them. Like the tools are free. I was working on some, PvP type basic ones where I was doing, run, jump commands, sprint commands and stuff like that. Double jump. I was having a lot of fun making it. But, I mean, there's some fun stuff on there. Like I've seen one that was like a bee game.
Uh-huh.
My girlfriend whipped that one together, and like essentially you slowly raise like a small army of like bees that are kind of like your family, and each bee does like a different thing. They kind of look like the Minecraft bees. They're super cute, right? So they float around you, and like some have like little blizzard powers, some have fire powers, and you as your level grows, that's how many bees you control. So you're out here like fighting other bees. You can kill like bears, like all sorts of stuff, but it's in like a really friendly way. It's not like this murderous thing. You're just like, okay, got the bear, we got the honey, like we're about to we're gonna build up. It's super fun, if you're into that kind of stuff. And then the other advantage of Roblox is most of the games, not all, you can play on your phone. So you can pick them up and kind of leisurely, like, you know, go to the same server, same everything. It just opens up with the little Roblox app and call it a day. It's kind of cool.
But everyone's going to sleep on Roblox. That's just what you do.
I mean, I did. To be honest, the only reason I finally gave it a chance is, you know, her son asked me to check it out. And I liked it so much, I even streamed it like once or twice. You know, I wouldn't say it's a super serious thing, especially for like people in our age group. But I do think it's a really fun, free way to just blow off some steam, have some fun with games. Because for us, it's so hard to like find the time to play games. When I stream, that's usually the only time I'm gaming. And that's like 3 hours a week these days. It sucks.
Yeah. Adulting is hard.
Dude, it's so
it
hard.
Is.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. Y'all don't talk to me. All right. I'm in here freezing right now. My furnace is out. I'm out here hurting. Y'all talk about some adulting is hard. I'm not trying to hear that from y'all. You in California.
Yeah.
You in a heated basement. I'm not hearing nothing from anybody.
What I'm hearing is that you made a series of bad life decisions that led you to this point.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow.
That's what I'm hearing right now. So let's not lash out at others who can help you, you know?
Oh, you can help me.
I could send you a heated blanket or something, but not with that attitude.
It's okay. Look, we back and running. We back and running, up and running tomorrow. They coming tomorrow. I'm going to be good.
Okay, you're lucky it's not freezing. You're lucky it's, you know, it's adequate a little bit.
Have you tried hugging your loved ones for warmth? Some of us are lonely out here, Jay.
Hey, look, me, Monica, and the baby, we be huddled up. Hashtag bum life. We got a little barrel with the fire in the front room. Like,
doesn't even have that. You know, that's a video game that I don't want to play. Out of curiosity, what's some of the stuff you guys been playing? Like, I've been playing some games off stream just to make it like more personable to me. I've been playing this new game called Life is Strange with my girl, and it's super good. Yeah, so it just came out in September. There's a couple in the series. It's made from Square Enix, but you would never guess that Square Enix made it.
I was about to say, I think that game's a couple years old.
So there's a couple of them that came out, but this is like the newest one, and it's totally unrelated. And there's this girl that she's got powers where it's kind of like a little bit like Detroit Become Human, where like you move around and do stuff, but like you have choices that you make, and that determines what's going to happen in the game.
Okay.
But it's like super real. So in this one, it's like a teenage girl who has been separated from her brother for years. They were both in like foster care, and he lives in like a small mountain town, and like she's like seeing him for the first time in like 8 years, and they're like, it's like awkward, but they miss each other because, you know, he's older, so he got out first. So now she's living with him, and he's like, yo, I got you set up in this place, and it like brings like tears to your eyes, and you're like learning about the brother, and then like there's all these like hicks in the town, and the brother's like Asian, and there's like racism, and like just there's like all this stuff happening. And she's a savage. She's got hands. She beats the hell out of some people. Mini spoiler in the beginning. Her brother,
like you're playing a book.
It's a little bit like that in ways, but she's got a power, and the ability in this one is she can like feel and adopt the emotions of like other people. So this comes down, like it could be like a drug addict in the corner, and they like need to get sensitive information about like a dead body or something like that. And then like she'll secretly like use her power, but then like when she does it, she gets overwhelmed and feels what he feels. So it's not like she's observing a drug addict, but she's like, she'll feel the paranoia. She'll feel the urge for drug, you know, like while she's connected to him, and she's like trying to like, she's trying to like combat that and like make sense, and like nobody knows. And I don't know. It's hard to explain because it's really different, but it's like $50. I don't know. I mean, if you guys want to check it out, it's on PlayStation and Steam. Just something I wanted to bring up.
You know how I feel about emotions.
That's why we only deal with emotions digitally, Steven, because you can save and walk away. Got time for that shit in real life?
That sounds safe. That sounds very safe.
But yeah, I mean, I didn't want to steal the limelight like that. Oh, Steven, real quick though.
Yes.
Does it look like my thing is recording on your end? Because I don't see any like volume thingies.
Oh yeah, we're all good. I'm watching it like a hawk.
Okay, mine's not displaying for some reason, but okay, cool.
It's because you're a guest. No.
Okay. Because it's showing me your guys's. All right, just making sure.
Yeah, Tino, you're a guest, so keep your questions to minimal, please.
Wow. Did you say that because you didn't like my question, or did you say that because you don't like my ethnicity?
Whoa. Yeah, your ethnicity is all over the...
I think you've been staying in Indiana a little too long, buddy.
Your ethnicity is all over the place. I'll find something I like, all right?
I just did 23 in me. I'm probably whiter than you.
What's the verdict? What they say? You don't know yet, or what?
Oh, I got it. I got a whole bunch of things going on with me. I've got Neanderthal genetics. I was like, ugh, that's great.
That's gross.
I found out, Yeah, I got some in there. I found out my grandfather is not 100% not my grandfather.
Nice.
I was like, that's wild. I found out that on whatever white side of my family, because, I got stuff going on with me, they are all, like, 80% of them are already in California.
Nice.
I'm not going to reconnect with them, though, because I hate people. But it's good to know.
I know.
Like, if I need blood or something, like, hey.
You thought you was going somewhere else? You were just going home.
Like, I'm going somewhere else. I got to go.
But what we're playing is I think I told Jay, I don't know if I told Tino about Paint the Town Red. I think it was in there when I was streaming it once, but it's pretty much just like one big giant AI experiment to where you're in like bar fights or you're fighting in the disco or a grocery store, and
I saw you play that.
You pretty much just have to be the last one standing, and it's simple to where it's like, all right, you get put in an environment, you start a fight, you get weapons, you kill everything. But the cool part about it is they don't see you as a player. They see you as one of the people in the bar. So you adjust the difficulty. Maybe there's a couple mods and you're in the bar fight with everyone else. They're using weapons. They're making groups together. Like they'll pair up to like fight with each other and fight other people. And there's like maybe one boss at the end, but it's like you have to be the last one to survive. And the way this AI reacts, like if you find a good hiding spot and you just watch them, you can see them think. And like it's kind of like a Minecraft's look, but their faces have so many expressions to it, to where you can see disgust, you can see sadness, you can see happiness, you can see pain. If you throw a bottle at their face, their eyes are going to be blind with blood and red, and they're going to be stunned for a little bit. Then you kick them in the stomach or something. There's this clip on Twitch to where I go behind the bar because I know that the bartender has a bat, and I just kick her in her butt and she goes flying, and I got the bat. So she comes around, she gets the chair, she goes around and she tries to, get back at me, but I have her bat. And then it's just, stuff like that is very cool. The random part of these games are getting so awesome. And of course I'm playing New World, which is Amazon's new hotness.
You said the new jam. Yeah. I've been playing some Splitgate, like I said, which is basically the Halo meets Portal, which is, at first I was just like, I can wait. And then enough people finally were just like, no, check it out. And it's free. So I was like, all right, I'll see what's to it. And I've actually had a lot of fun. I don't know if it's just because I'm doing so good at it, as Steve saw, like I was coming in, smacking people around, and I'm like, all right, I can do this. But gunplay is nice. Took me a little bit to...
The portal seems like a lot of responsibility.
That's what I was just about to say, like, because you can leave your portals up. People can shoot through the portals. You can walk through everybody else's portals. But you can have the grenades don't hurt each other. They just close the portals. So that's how you can kind of negate that. Like you can, So it's pretty cool. Like I said, I've only been playing it for like maybe 3-4 days at this point. But
that's the one you've been streaming, right?
Yeah, that's what I've been streaming.
Yeah, that one looked pretty cool. The one Steven had, the concept sounds cool. It looks just like that South Park game from N64, though.
It definitely looks like South Park. I can definitely see it.
Yeah, it's like a part of me is like, yo, the nostalgia's screaming, and I kind of want to play it, but then there's another part of me that's like, this looks terrible, so I can never make up my mind. So I just watched Steven.
Well, it's $10, and like first you get in, you're swinging, of course you lose, and then you're like, all right, when I go in here, I'm going to go into the kitchen. There's 3 chefs in there. I'm going to try, because nobody starts fighting until you start swinging. So I'm going to go through the door. They're going to turn around. I'm going to kill one, take his knife, try and kill the other ones without taking too much damage. Now I got 3 knives in this pile. As long as I stay in this room, I should be able to get a lot of them out. And with that strategy, it worked for a little bit until too many came through and they started picking up the 2 knives. Like you turn around, they're gone. And then they start swinging at you, and then you have to escape. So
I've seen you. Yeah, it's wild.
It's wild. Like it gets out of control. And like you got this Spartan kick that if you're going through, you can kick open doors. You can just kick people into other people. It's like the physics are very satisfying. They're not too wacky, but if you throw a chair and you hit someone in the head, they may fall on somebody else, or they may go down the stairs and trip everybody. And like that simple like chaos pleasure factor is pretty cool. But Tino, are you gonna get New World?
New World?
Yeah.
Probably at some point. The only reason I haven't yet, I mean, it sparked my interest. There's enough people playing it. I like MMOs, but Final Fantasy is getting ready to release next month. I had to pre-order their final expansion for 14, and that's kind of a big deal. It's like I'm not even super excited because I've been playing so long, but at the same time, like, yo, it's the end. So, like, why not see it through? And with limited time, I'm just a little bit nervous about getting wrapped up in another game because, like, I'm playing Life is Strange. I still have to finish Kenna Bridge of Spirits, which is a really cool, fun indie game for like $40 if you guys ever feel like checking that out.
Right.
So I'm probably going to come back to New World. I'm just kind of trying to, wait for Final Fantasy to come out because I plan on probably beating it relatively quickly.
Okay. Well, I'm pretty sure Jay would love it too. But the reason I was going to ask you, because I just want to tell you guys the best thing about this, besides that you don't have to pay monthly for it like you do every other MMO, which I don't really have a problem with. I never did. But in this one, you don't. But the coolest thing about this is...
Can I pay money to be better than you?
No, I think it's all cosmetic. I was looking at the hats the other day.
Damn it. All right. Because I'll drop an obnoxious amount of adult money on it.
All right,
he said adult money.
I'm a healer. I'm your friend out here. But
why are you a healer? You don't heal.
Because I feel like it's the hardest class out there, and
it is, and that's not you. I don't want our lives in your buttery hands.
Dude. And it's I'm avoiding all buffs, I'm avoiding all attack, and I'm focusing on healing. Now, in this game, the coolest part is the wars. So you fight over territories. There's 3 companies. You join a company, and now your company has to take over like just parts of this land. And when you take over the part of the land, your crafting fees are significant. Your taxes on your house are significantly lowered. Everything's better for you. You get higher XP. You get better perks. You get all that if you own the territory. So what they'll do is you'll have somebody declare war on a territory, and the people trying to take over your territory will join, and then you have to join to fight for your territory. So I think the cap is 50-50. One side may have only 25 people, but they're all like high level 60s, and the other one might have 45 people, but they're all like level 25s or level 15s. One side may have no healers, one side may have a lot of healers. It factors, but these wars are so awesome, and you can't spam them either. There's like one every hour, so they give time for people to enlist, and then when it's time to go, you press a button, you go to war pretty much. And this concept is just so much fun. Like, it's not like, PvP, you sign up, you do it again. It feels like a massive event that you're a part of, and it makes you feel like you're pretty important. Doesn't matter if you're a tank, DPS, a mage, healer, whatever path you wanted to do. This concept just makes you feel like important in the server, like you're actually doing something.
Right. You said, I'm doing it. I'm a part of the team.
And you got this through what, Steam?
Yeah, it should be $40.
I thought you said it was free.
New World?
Yeah.
No, like the monthly. Like in Final Fantasy, you got to pay a monthly for the server.
Yeah, so there's no subscription fee.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Because DC Universe had one too, which I absolutely loved. I think I like that better than Final Fantasy, but nobody played it.
That's because it was simple.
It was so much fun.
I don't even mean that offensively. I mean, like, it was basically one of the best hack and slash MMOs I've ever seen. But that's probably why you liked it. So I'm supposed to drop 40 of my hard-working American dollars on this game?
Your hard-working adult dollars, yes.
Well, what do the reviews say? You read those?
Yeah, 60%.
60% is no good.
Yeah, it's not kind of
He said that's not good.
Google users rated it 74%.
There you go. That's better.
It's one of the first MMOs produced by the Amazon Lumberyard engine. And that's, this game engine that I was talking about a few years ago. I was kind of like learning some of the basics from Amazon. So that in itself kind of has me curious to play it and see how that actually came together. Because that's all like brand new stuff with Amazon. Like, it's been out a few years, but nothing noteworthy that I can think of has come out of there yet. Like, just some cool like mini games, but nothing quite like this. So I'm kind of
right. This is their flagship. They was like, this is it. We've made
pretty
it.
much. And those patches. Those patches came out in like days, if not one day. To where,
do you hear how hype he is? They made it. They good.
I think they did, because like the patches, boom, came out. It got fixed. I haven't got kicked out of the game. Haven't had server problems. There was an issue where they had a problem of somebody selling coins and like dubbing them or something. They fixed that with like some sort of patch. So now you can't do that anymore. There's a ton of people watching this game right now. And like for an MMO, this is probably my first real one that I've taken seriously. So like I really don't see how this game is going to fail.
It ain't coming out so hot. But I suppose I can drop 40, but I'll need more information, like what company I need to join, because I'm probably going to join something that sounds good that's the opposite of you. And then now I got to take
that'd be awesome. If we're on the same server and you're on a like opposing company, that'd be awesome just to meet you in war. Piece you up.
I will destroy you in your sleep.
No, you mean heal your teammates while they piece him up, Steve.
Ah, shit, that's right.
Yeah,
Dr. Steven, I forgot.
You chose such a weak path. Right. Also, before we go, because like I actually got to get ready to go back to work myself, so they got to cut it. Only question I have for you guys, I'm sorry, like it's real life out here. Who's going to see Eternals November 4th/5th, and who's going to see the My Hero Academia movie that comes out Friday? Because I'm trying to see both of them bad boys.
I'm seeing My Hero for sure. Eternals doesn't interest me as much as My Hero. So,
are you insane?
Look, hey, it's okay. I'll take Eternals. Got it. Boom. Next two shows lined up. You heard it here first.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do both because I don't have a family, but I mean, that aside, it's going to be a good time for me.
There you go. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm super hyped for Eternals. I absolutely cannot wait. And yeah, I just can't wait. Angelina Jolie, I'm just like, yo, I forgot that I liked you. Like, I'm like, I want to see where this goes.
Where you been, girl?
Right?
I don't even know what Eternals is. It sounds like the newest Twilight.
They're basically like the original Avengers, kind of. And the Eternals were created. What's I can't even think right now the terminology that I'm looking for, but they are kind of like distant cousins of Thanos, more or less. Like really? The Eternals like had their whole thing happening, and then it's like Eternals, and then there's the Deviants, which are like basically the bad Eternals, and they more or less defeated most of the Deviants. I know. And then Thanos, when he was born, and Gia could tell you more about it, but she's fighting a war to keep us safe or something in the desert. I don't know. She's always in a desert somewhere. More or less, Thanos, when he was born, he had like a deviant mutation, which is so he doesn't look like human like the rest of them, but he was like way more swole and way smarter. And they were like, you know what? You kind of weird. You should just go over there. And that's when his life got all messy. And you guys, we've talked about that in the past. But no, it's pretty good. So everybody's wondering, are they going to like tie it in with the Eternals or with Thanos? Are they going to just brush over it and change the story? Like they mentioned him in the thing, like in the trailer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't know. I'm excited. And My Hero, I mean, I'm already so caught up in the manga. I'm just like, yo, whatever, roll the movie out. I'm ready. I just want to see it.
Ooh. Yeah. Eternals, not interested. The only time I'm going to hear it is when I listen to the Body Snatchers podcast. So.
And where can I listen to that at?
bodysnatchersmedia.com. And that is it for us. Thank you for streaming, downloading the show wherever you do.
Body Snatchers. I thought this was Giant Bomb.
Oh, Giant Bomb.
Ah, shit.
Giant Bomb made me remember Game Bomb, which is, that's just a black mark on my past.
Doesn't kill you, makes you stronger.
There you go. But bodysnatchersmedia.com. Find everything we do there. Our socials, giveaways, everything magical. All the questions I didn't get to today. I know I only cherry picked a few, but I'll use those another time. I got them written down here in the vault. This was fun to just come on and like no notes, no nothing. We just went for it. So tell us how you like it.
Yeah, because if you guys enjoy it, perhaps we'll get together maybe once a month and do this. We've been talking about it for a while. It's always fun to kind of get on here with less stress of talking about a specific subject.
Yeah. This was a stress-free podcast, and we just got on here and talked. So if this works, it's maybe something we'll be doing from now on. But we'll see how it does. So for Steve, Tino, and Jay, tell someone you love them. Take care. Bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. Peace.